Get me to a hospital, I'm bleeding profusely. Call me an ambulance, rush me to emergency. I need a doctor and a nurse, my blood and veins forever cursed. I want you here with me tonight, I'm just too young, I don't wanna die.
Oh. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Wells from the Crypt. I am your host, the Eastside Ghoul. Have any of you missed me? Probably not. Probably don't care. It's alright. I have been binging for a while since after the convention. Ran into an old friend of mine named Herbert, who has a lot of these nice little syringes to perk you up. So I've been indulging, if you were, in a little bit of his cocktail. Oh, good shit, Herbert. Whew. That's some really good shit. After mourning the death of horror of certain bullshit movies, I'm not going to talk about that one yet, or rehashings of other ones. I have another person for that one. I'm going into this weird little realm of clowns, of this remake of a movie as part of an anthology series. You might have heard about it. I should have just thrown it up there, but hey, why not? Terrifier. Terrifier. Now, Terrifier, to go into the Terrifier, you have to go back to where it originally happened with a little movie called All Hallows Eve back in 2012. Was it 12? Yeah, it was 12. Sorry, a little Brengy. Now, Terrifier, I shouldn't call him, he actually has a name. His Art the Clown was founded in All Hallows Eve. He was the spirit inside the VHS tape. Now, a little rundown of that. Got boy and girl, brother and sister, going out trick-or-treating. Little boy gets in his bag of very, very cheap candy. My man, not a Snickers, not a Jolly Rancher, not a nerd or nothing. Getting nothing but those peppermint mints and butterscotch crap. But inside the mixture of the butterscotch crap, you get to VHS tape. Now, mind you, when I went trick-or-treating, that was a common occurrence in not VHS tapes, but weird stuff. You know, fake eye, a booger, a joint, Hell, one time I got a questionable blue little shaped egg and find out it's a robin's egg. Haha, surprise. Very, very, very bad stuff. Find a VHS tape, they pop it in. And all sorts of weird little stories happen. Now, I actually have notes. A minute after the credits, there was a 2-movie reference of 2 better movies. Really, man? Really 2 better? Than the movie I am watching now. The references implied are on the door of the house these kids are at is 237. Now, do I have to tell you what 237 represents? I'll give you a hint. It was a movie not long ago, had a really famous director and a very, very famous actor in it. And Shia LaBeouf. There's your hint. And the other reference, movie they're watching, and a little boy, before he discovers the VHS tape, was watching and didn't know was Night of the Living Dead, the George A. Romero one, not Tom Sweeney. So, forsaking the George A. Romero classic, he puts the tape in, and all sorts of crazy stuff starts happening on the tape. You have one story with starring Art where he drugs and drags women down. Do you think his own sadistic pleasure, and find out, no, he's just a tool, a wrench, or a screwdriver for this other cult who are harvesting something. And one of them looks like Jeff the Killer. Swear to God, that meme with the bug eyes, the elongated mouth. Yes, that dude's in this movie, who sacrificed an unborn child to collect the juices to give to so-called Satan so he can get some go juice for his go member, so the lady who's kidnapped before can get full chunky dick snot. No, I took that from another movie. Well, this stuff's good. And the third segment in the movie is, during this time you have little inserts of comic, little genius, little babysitters getting scared, bumps going on while she's trying to watch this VHS tape. And there was one point where she starts watching Night of the Living Dead, where I actually wanted to pop in my own copy of Night of the Living Dead and start watching it. Good times. So, the second story is this artist painted a painting, and then for some reason a double whammy. Well, that sounds so scary. But aliens pop up! Aliens! And to find out at the end of the segment, the painting image is Art the Clown. So, Art is represented all in a tape. He haunts the VHS tape. And we go into our third story. It's all about Art, the Terrifier. Art. Now, for some strange reason, the director, thought this was a great idea to take that small segment of Art terrorizing, butchering, and making a long pig out of this girl. Mind you, he actually wrote pig on her. What the fuck? So we go at the end of the movie of All Hallows Eve, the tape gets destroyed because the scares are too bad. Because at the end of the stories, Art is breaking the fourth wall, literally trying to break through the screen. And she gets scared, destroys the tape. And revenge, two things. He leaves his name written on the wall. And he kills the kids. Decapitated said. He has balls. I'll give him this much. Balls for a clown to decide, hey, instead of like entertaining and making children and adults laugh, I'm gonna run feces all over their fucking bathroom walls, terrorize them, Hence the name. So the director thought this was a great idea to make a solo movie. So he tries this under the same name, Terrorizer. Or, yeah. This thing. I'm going to get rid of them. Back in 2000, at the same year, 2000, and trying to make it a grainy grindhouse kind of looking thing with cigarette burns and pinhole scratches and all that. Didn't work. But someone loves that damn clown so fucking much, they decided to make a solo movie yet again with this Art the Clown. Put directly out on direct-to-home video, Blu-ray, DVD. I got like over 14 of these damn posters from the convention. Oh my God. It was everywhere. So, I'm not really a fan of clowns. My producer's not a fan of clowns. Except for one, Janeway Gacy. So, we go into Terrorizer. Worst name ever for a movie. Now, it's not longer segments of Old Hallows Eve, because if you really want to see the first movie of this damn clown, just watch Old Hallows Eve. You don't really need an extra 30 minutes of this clown roaming around feces and miming. Granted, sometimes his mocking is hilarious. I don't think it should be a movie. A solo movie. It was nice in the confines of a VHS tape in a Cathology series. You don't see fucking them trying to make a solo movie of fucking Sammy from Trick or Treat now, do you? Even though I would watch the fuck out of that motherfucker. But not so this clown. Art Clown, not so great. So, we have the same tropes. We don't have a mention of VHS tape. And the beginning credits, there is if you watch the movie all the way through, there is the beginning part of the damn movie, the opening credits does not make fucking sense. It's more telling of a prequel than a sequel. Other things that bother me about this movie. The first main big kill was two pizzeria attendants, owner and worker, who are, before dispatching them in the most horrendous motion, decides to paint a beautiful mural with his own gloved hands with his own feces. Now, people would think this is just fucking great. This is recycling at the basic level right here. He made his own paints out of the things they had. And the Native Americans did that too. Yeah, but they didn't get dysentery for this shit. Anyways, these two gets dispatched really quickly. And there's I'm not going to talk much about this one because, I am. Because you get introduced by two girls. One dressed up like a very, very goth girl who I think got an image in my head of her and just like, anyways. And a blonde scarecrow girl. Now, the blonde scarecrow girl, if you actually pay attention to All Hallows Eve, there was a girl who asked someone for a cigarette who's dressed like a scarecrow. Little advice. Scarecrows are not fucking scary or sexy. Same with clowns. Sorry! Yeah. Anyways, get introduced to these two girls coming back from a Halloween party. And one of them they're both too drunk to drive. They realize this. And one of them figures they can drive as long as they get something to eat. And that's when they run into the first encounter with Art the Clown, who gives them that winning smile and that swagger only a degenerate meth head who lives in a basement who recently got freed from a VHS tape can have. That's the bottom line. So they go to the pizzeria and they're waiting for their single slice of pizzas. And they run into Art again. And Art's just being Art, I guess, being a very weird little clown who doesn't really like posing for pictures. And who really likes to believe murals of feces on the wall. So that's what he does. He comes back to the pizzeria and dispatches the pizzeria workers very, very quickly and cleverly. Mind you, one of the kills straight from Trick or Treat. Minutes after this happened, an AM radio station reports of a mass murder running around the street. Minutes after it. 1, where's the damn witness? 2, wow, I did not know AM radio stations have that responsive fucking news. I thought they were just playing old fights and Bible hymns. And 3, how? They didn't get there. They literally, at one point, when they reported this, they just pointed at a fucking radio. It was still factory setting fucking AM radio station and just, pumped whatever dialogue they wanted in. I mean, anybody with a vast knowledge of editing software could do. There are a lot of like, what the fuck? See, I'm all about pushing the disbelief out of watching a bad movie or a good movie or a really bad good movie. But there was too much. And the kills weren't even inventive. The only thing that made me giggle in this fucking movie, unlike All Hallows Eve, was a scene when Art makes a selfie of the girl who made a selfie of him. The old tit for tat thing. But it was entertaining. I mean, the kills were entertaining. The story was kind of calm because they don't even mention anything about a VHS tape or any of that. So they just kind of move on with him. And you don't find out much about him, where he came from, other than if you go back and watch All Hallows Eve, you kind of know where he comes from. But we don't know what drives him other than feces on the wall and terrorizing very cleverly scattered brunettes. So, what do I say about these two movies? 1, All Hallows Eve was entertaining. It reminded me a little bit of the old campfire tales and tales from the dark side. So I kind of like that. Granted, they did call back, made 2 references back to back of other better movies, but it was good. It made what I was watching interesting. And they actually had the balls to dispatch the kids and leave you in a sense of absolute fucking chaos and terror. Just enough. It made it enjoyable. It did make it enjoyable and made me want to watch the credits. And there was a wannabe post-credit scene of tracking kids. If you don't remember this time, when we had our movies on VHS tapes, and sometimes they get kind of messed up, so you had to line that head just right. Oh yeah, get that tracking to work. So lucky. See, back in the day, well, you wouldn't have people like me on the internet. You wouldn't have someone telling you or their opinion on a movie. You'll find out and make your own opinions by yourself. Word of mouth, read it in the newspaper, heard it on the radio. My friend told me, stuff like that. That's what All Hallows Eve reminded me of. Remind me of these a tape whispered around like the old Nine Inch Nails VHS tape, and you get it. And no matter what you thought of the hype, it kind of lived up to it. Now, Terrorizer, this movie was forced. Is it a bad movie? No. They got a much more bigger budget, and just like Hobo with Shotgun, they remade it. But they didn't remake it well. They cut a lot of stuff from the original. The whole ending. They switched from her defacing her body to defacing her face. And it was entertaining, but if I had to choose between the two, I would choose All Hallows Eve over the other one. Now, might want to ask, how in the hell can you watch All Hallows Eve? Well, I'm glad you might not actually ask that. You can watch it on an app called Tubi. Now, Tubi is one of these free television, free movie apps. And this one is actually quite good, especially this time of year of Halloween. Yes, I know what month I'm in. We are in October, my month. Now, Tubi, unlike Netflix and some other ones, actually has a wide horror selection. Instead of 30 to 20 fucking horror movies from other countries, you do get some of movie countries, but you do get 200, yes, 200, this was loaded horror movies you can watch this Halloween season. 200 horror movies for absolutely free, ranging between the very low budget to classics like Argento's classics, Astro classics. Unlike, some other services that just show out anything from Asylum or anything. There's a wide selection, and then there's a movie for you, from the maybe horror movie fan to the part-time horror movie fan to the hardcore horror hound fan. Now, unfortunately, during this time I'm talking about this, they do take movies off. And one of the movies they took off was a very dear classic for me, and it's actually my pick for this October. I'm giving you movie suggestions other than ones I already just reviewed and babbled through. I'm recommending, Monkey Shine by George A. Romero. Now, this movie, I'll give you a brief summary of it if you don't know about it, is, to me, absolutely fucking terrifying. For the simple fact, it's a story of a man who gets paralyzed, who is very physical, gets paralyzed. Best friend, who is a mild genius and scientist working on genetically enhancing the intelligence of monkeys, has this bright idea for one of his starring little test subjects to give him to his paralyzed friend, still work on the monkey. The monkey can help his paralyzed friend out so he can clear his conscience. That's what friends are for good times. And monkey wielding a straight razor, bad times. So, if you want to watch something other out of George A. Romero's wide selection of movies, not related to anything of zombies, Monkey Shine is my Halloween pick for this year. So, if I sound unintelligible, you know what to do. Please do not ever ascribe to me or pound that don't pound anything. Push, click, whatnot. My point is, don't be a lemming. Be like me, so be it. If not, I'll eventually fizz away. Probably, more likely. So, kiss, hugs, and belly rubs. And remember, boys and ghouls, if it's night out, I am out.